So I'm recording this on my phone. Only popped in because it's absolutely hammering it down outside, so I thought I'll whiz in and see how the van's doing for leaks. And I mean, it's not a leak, it's a pour. Something has gone horribly wrong. It's absolutely pouring in.
Oh, hello! Welcome back to the channel. So you join us at the start of week 5 of our van conversion diary, and we are taking the yet unnamed van out for a spin.
Just to see if anything falls off the roof.
Just see if any of the solar panels end up in the cars behind us. Yeah, so if you haven't watched last week's video, go back and see us spending a very long time putting solar panels on the roof. So yeah, today we are heading to
a shop.
A very lovely Swedish shop.
It's yellow and blue.
And I'm very excited. One reason being I've not been since before the pandemic. So I'm very excited about that. And very nearly ran out of tea lights from the bag I bought probably 12 years ago. And the second reason is I've never been to IKEA in a van. You normally go in a car, then get your trolley out and panic how the heck are you going to get everything in your car. We've got no worries today because we've got absolutely...
That's not an excuse to spend a fortune.
I'm going to buy a plant. Well, we need a spice rack, fake plants. That's all you need for van life, isn't it?
A spice rack.
You do. You need an IKEA spice rack.
Yeah, a spice rack.
And a fake plant, and then you can just do van life. Yeah, so we've got a few things on the list. We're looking for the induction hob and the sink. The reason I want to get those before we've even started thinking about the kitchen is they are going to determine the size of the work space in the shop. We want to check the wiring is in the right place for the hob and everything, and then that helps us set up the plumbing and all of that as well, doesn't it, if we've got all the right sizes of all of that. We are looking for some bed struts that we need for the bed, funnily enough, that we've seen quite a few people use across the width of the van, and they're like 20 quid, so like you couldn't get wood and steel that would be strong enough for that for 20 quid, could you? So and assuming they're quite light, so we're going to go and have a look at those. What else are we going for? There was something else.
That's enough, no plants.
Cheese grater. Steve broke my cheese grater. So
I didn't break it.
Yes, you did. You clearly snapped the handle.
Because I'm the only one who grates the cheese.
Yeah, I can't do it, it's too hard. So we need to get you a new cheese grater. What's something else?
No, this is fascinating.
Oh,
view, isn't it?
Diapers.
Diapers.
That's it.
Some meatballs.
Yeah, we'll have a nice cup of coffee and a piece of lime bread. Why not? Day off, isn't it?
We haven't got all day.
No?
No, there's work to do. Cheers. Right, it's time to decide exactly where this diesel heater's going. So I brought the boss to make a decision. I'm recording it so that it's on as evidence when it's in the wrong place. So Cheryl's marked out the centre of where we're going to cut the vent. We think it's there, so we've got some leeway going up or down. So I'm going to drill now. If it all goes wrong...
Hang on, stop. Stop. I thought about something.
What have you thought about?
Like how... No, that's... Oh, but then we said it could go up, didn't we?
We can move it up 3 inches if we need to.
Fine.
I'm
just worried about the trim.
As long as that line on the outside is on the flat bit, we're okay.
It could be too low, but
so we could come up to there.
there's just an insect crawling on that on the left on the insulation. Don't want to get it off because I don't want it to lay eggs.
I don't know where you're looking at.
On the bottom of the insulation. You see it?
It's just an earwig.
Oh yeah, but we don't want it to have babies in the
I quite like insect babies. Right, oh, here we go. Everybody ready? What could possibly go wrong? I've drilled a hole in the van. Ready? Right, that's in. Your top left first. Yes. Bish bash bosh. Right, peeling the tape off. All fitted on the inside, snug as a bug in a rug. Just have to do the usual leak test in a well, tomorrow probably, when it's dried out a little bit. I'll just have a quick play with these. So these are a bit of kit I found online, found it via another YouTuber. They're called hanger bolts. And basically what you do, screw them into your rib nut, and then you can hold your piece of wood up where you want it to go, push, so it makes an indentation, and then you know exactly where to drill your holes. Okay, I can't remember if I said this the other day, so I'm using 12mm ply, 12mm thick, 10 centimetre strip. So I'm going to line it up with this top line here. Then hopefully when I push, yeah, that works really well, but I think I'm going to put some more in these. I think they're a bit too far spread apart. Good morning. I've had a delivery. One freshwater tank, 100 litres, to go above the wheel arch. We have a slight problem. One, there's a hole I've just noticed in the top of my tank, and I'm hoping, I think it's okay. I think it's just a flesh wound, but we'll have to investigate that a little bit further before we accept that we're keeping this. But two, another slight problem. So the water tank's going to go over this wheel arch, and this line here on the floor, if you can see it, this yellow tape marks the end of the garage. So everything needs to go this side of that, because that's all going to be living space. So I measured it out along the floor, and from here to the back of the van fits perfectly with the length of this tank. However, what I forgot to take into consideration is this bit for the door to kind of support it when it's open. It doesn't go to the back of the van, it stops there. So we're going to have a bit of a rethink. I haven't broken the news to her yet. Oh well, that's a job for another day. As you can see, I've started the battening out. I've managed to put in this first kind of strip along here, and then a second strip to complete the row. I'm not going to lie, these this riv nut palaver, it's not being my friend. I've done this one, and as you can see, these two just I don't know why they went wrong the other day. If you remember the video from the end of last week, I got really down about it. I was really down about it earlier as well, because although I've got this in now, these just I don't know what I was doing. They just wouldn't go in, so I ended up giving up, taking them out, and then just screwing it in. But it's as solid as a rock. I've also Sikaflex behind there, so it's hopefully not going anywhere soon. The front bit was okay, actually. That went all right. So I'm still in two minds whether to persevere with these or just revert to good old-fashioned screws. But I think I'm going to keep going, because that one went okay, and it's boosted my confidence a little bit. So I'm just going to try and do this bottom one. So same with there, but there. Do that row, and then I'm going to start doing some horizontal, sorry, some vertical ones, to see how we're getting on. So slow but steady, we're getting there. Rev nut. So it's a work in progress, and I've not quite got as far as I'd hoped to today. I'm learning rapidly. Everything takes way longer than you think it is going to in these ear vane conversions. I've got most of the battening in on that side, so I've done on the full length of the wall. I'm doing the bottom bits, and I've got a couple of bits in on this side as well. So a couple of little kind of stoppages along the way. I had to stop to keep forgetting to do all the insulation, so I had to pack all those bits out. It's fun poking insulation through those holes. I've run the cable that came for the diesel heater, so I've run that from there, goes around, runs across over here, and then tomorrow I'll thread it down so it gets down to where the electrics are all going to be.
Right, got my coffee. Go find Steve, see what he's up to. Hiya, Mark.
Mark? What are you calling me?
Remember Mark and Lard? Hiya, Mark.
God, yeah, you're supposed to do a northern accent.
Was. Oh my goodness. The state of my van.
Oh, you leave me alone for the day.
What's the motto? Tidy workplace is a happy workplace.
But sometimes the workplace has to get messy for progress to occur. Right, do you want your first job of the day?
Yes.
Your job is to get this cable, which is for the heater, down from the same place as this red cable, down through there, down to there. And then when you've done that, we've got the very small red cable to do exactly the same as this red cable.
Okay, Chief.
I'm going to drink my tea. I can remember where I left it.
I'm going to try a bit of tape on the end to see if it will make it a bit stiffer to go through. It's bending a bit. Don't know. We'll see. Right. Take 409. Nah, that ain't happening. You can come up with another plan of how the heck we're going to get that through. Maybe we'll go from the bottom. Where's it even go? No. It's not happening.
Right, so today is another first on the van, or first experience for me. So I'm doing a bit of the electrics. So I've run the cables, you may have seen in the previous videos, we've run the cables from the battery, the vehicle battery, all the way to the back where it connects to the inverter and the leisure battery essentially. So it's going to be the DC to DC charger. I need to insert into that kind of cable run a fuse, because it's fused, a 60 amp fuse. So I'm going to kind of do those electrics now. So yeah, first time, let's see what happens. Ooh, it's a big cable that's going to go from the battery to the fuse. So I need to strip this first, connect it to this, and then put the connections on for that. Right, that's stripped, and I haven't damaged any of those copper wires. None of them have fallen off, so they're still there. A bit of shrink wrap as well, so I'm going to go to there. A little bit extra. Let's connect it there. That onto there, and that's good. Right, and then crimping. I've got this big bit of kit. So this goes into there. Like that. Not sure how well this is going to pick it up on the camera. I'll try and do it a little bit. That goes into there like that. That sits in the bottom. You can do it in a vise, which I could do. I've got one in the vise, but I tried it with a hammer and it works okay, I think. So I'm just going to hit that. Loud noise. So that's crimped it on that side. pretty solid. I'll crimp it on the other side. All my nuts, everything's gone flying everywhere that organised. Typical me. Think about it before you do it. And that's crimped it on that side. And that is as solid as a rock. Good, happy with that. Nice, one connection. Happy with that. Great. So then, that's going to go on there. Oh, I had them organised, typical me. Then, I haven't done the other side yet. My 60 amp fuse goes on top. Then my washer. Then my lock washer. And then my nut. Right, cool. Right, just got to do that for the other side. And then this one's going to go onto the battery.
Right, battening is done on this side. Can't finish that side, we've run out of screws, but we're going out later, so we'll get some more then. So now it's time to do the vapor barrier.
Superfoil multi-purpose wrap. I mean, maybe we should have done it behind these.
You're such a dickhead.
I mean, it'd be nice if we had a pair of scissors, but somebody's lost them.
I just put them down somewhere, that was all. Right, so happily plodding on with our vapor barrier. Happily, it's flipping roasting. Pulling through all the cables that we're finding, and then we remembered.
Forgotten the heat controller, or the controller for the Truma heater, and the is it called a thermostat? The heat sensor.
Yeah, thermostat.
So good job, 2 cables we haven't run. Woo!
Yeah, so we're just going to do that now, and actually, because we don't like pulling the cables through from one side of the van to the other, I watched, I can't remember whose it was now, I was watching someone's just everyday van video, not a van build, and they said they made the decision to put the controllers by the bed, so if you're lazing in bed in the evening, morning, wake up and it's cold, whatever, you can just turn it on without getting out of bed.
Which is genius.
So our bed is that side.
Sorry. We were going to put it up here, above the door.
That's where it was in the moho.
Yeah, above the door in the moho. And obviously that meant running the cable across. That's a headache, but it does actually make more sense to have it next to the bed, because if you get in the van and it's cold, it's easy to reach.
Yeah.
And if you're in bed, like you say, you can just whiz it on.
Or if you get too hot in the night, so I've turned it up too high.
So you do what you normally do, you turn it up. I turn it down. Up, down, up, down, up.
It's only because you're a cheapskate. Got solar, it's all free heat. Our advice for future folks, if you're doing your van, do all your battening and your cables before you put your insulation in. All we've done is take it in and take it out again. Put it in and take it out again. I think the only reason we did it was because we wanted to just get a job done, didn't we?
Yeah.
Easy job, shove it in.
Clear out some space in the garage.
Space in the garage for it.
Anybody who's been paying attention to what we're doing, you're obviously doing a better job than we are, because you might notice on this back right hand corner that something is missing. So we've just finished up, well almost finished up taking down this side. We've got some bits to do. We thought we're going to call it a day, it's too hot, we've had enough.
Yeah.
And then I suddenly realised we are missing the 12-volt bed light lead.
But I'm smart.
I was taking a picture.
Because I took a photo earlier.
Where is it then?
It's here. Oh, is that one?
Oh, that's a look, really.
We'll know what we're doing by the end of this, won't we?
Nope.
Yay!
Right, is that too low though?
Too low?
Well, it's going to come out slap bang in the middle of the cabinet. No, other cabinets outside, are we?
No.
Oh, it's fine then. Fine. Panic over.
No, I'm assuming before we put the ply on, we decide where it's coming out.
Yeah, we'll save the hole there, and that's where it will come out from the bit of ply. Right,
Nice,
take this back down in.
Oh, we're nearly there. Nearly done on one side.
So we spent ages.
Like 2 hours.
2 hours. I don't know how well the camera picks this up, but there's loads of measurements on the floor. We've redecided about 5 times on the shower tray. We've decided on our sink. We've decided on our induction hob. We've decided on our fridge. We've decided exactly where the diesel heater's going for the 3rd time. We've decided exactly where the electrics are going for the 50th time. And the next job is to start, I know we're going to measure for the vinyl to go down on the floor, and then we're going to start figuring out the frame for the bed. Okay, so pen's behind my ear.
There. But you've got to roll over onto your back, like you. Oh! Yeah, that works. You're in the garage.
That's making the cut. So I'm recording this on my phone. Early popped in because it's absolutely hammering it down outside, so I thought I'll whiz in and see how the van's doing for leaks. And I mean, it's not a leak, it's a pour. Something has gone horribly wrong. It's absolutely pouring in. I have no idea why. Oh dear. I mean, the good news is, it seems to be drying all the holes we've drilled. What is that coming from? So it's not the solar panel's good. This all looks good. Yep, this is me. It's not leaking. That's good. Everything we've drilled and put in seems to be absolutely fine. So it's a little bit wet around the door, but that's where I got in. I just got in now, not leaking around that window. Oh no, that's a leak. So there's another leak. Why not shut the door properly? I didn't shut the door properly. Idiot. I didn't shut the door properly, what a buffoon. I think that's okay. The locks where we had the problem before, they actually seem okay, so that's a bonus. It's so bad. Look at this. Oh, Jesus. Right, let's get this out. Get it draining. Hopefully there's a hole in the bottom somewhere where it can all escape. So the rain stopped now, so we're going to try and find this leak. We think we know where it's coming from. I mean, it's not a leak, it was more of a pour, wasn't it?
Well, I don't know, I've just got back from the gym and been shown a video of like a waterfall in my van. Yeah. Oh God.
It's not Britain, not loving crafters today. They leak like a blooming sieve.
Yeah.
They leak like a cheese grater. I just bought one of them from IKEA.
Wouldn't it be worrying though if you'd insulated and battened and cladded and you wouldn't know that was coming in?
Well, you would know. It would pour everywhere.
Would it?
That was a lot of water. Where's it going to go? It's going to come through and soak everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, right, let's go and get it. Get the hose pipe out. Let's see if we can find it. There it is. Can you see that? Yeah. Well, we're going to have to take it all off anyway to seal it, and we'll just black them all again, won't we? Sikaflex away. This fan is going to be made of more blooming Sikaflex than it is bloody metal.
Can we get sponsored by them? Oh, no.
I reckon we should.
No, because we hate it. We're not the best sponsors.
Well, we don't like putting it on, but it works, doesn't it?
It does work.
Nothing else leaked. I mean, really chuffed. Apart from a bloody waterfall, nothing else is leaked at all. And that was a proper downpour, wasn't it? That was a. Okay, this has been, funnily enough, a bit of a pig to get off. So this is the top of the light, and from the inside I had to kind of wedge these clips in, push it along. So these four at the back I managed to wedge and then pushed it up a little bit, and then the ones at the front came out. This, which one is it? This is the one that was leaking last night. Water, when it was raining, water was dripping off it. So I don't know if the water's getting in around this seal. It seems to be a little bit dodgy on that edge. It's a little bit dodgy there, I'm not sure. But that's where it's making it way. And there was a little bit of a watermark here, but I'm not convinced. So I've been hard about it. And rightly or wrongly, I'm going to give this a good clean up. Then I'm going to get my mate out, black Sikaflex, and run it around here. I know that might cause us problems in the future if you want to get this off, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Oh, there was also two little Torx key screws holding it as well, which was fun to get it off. But it's off. Give it a clean and give it a Sikaflex. Seal up as much as I can, and then we'll see where we're at. I'm going to connect this back up now, because I know if I don't, I'll Sikaflex this down, put it in, and remember I've forgotten to do it. I'll have to take it all out and get sticky. So hopefully that's going to dry that sealant and cure that leak. We'll give it a test in a day or so to double check, and then hopefully for the final time that's all the holes sealed in the van. Oh dear.